and welcome to another Ryan Sports Reviews. Tonight I am previewing Toronto FC versus Nashville SC, tomorrow night's match at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern Time at Rentschler Field in Hartford, Connecticut for the Eastern Conference Quarterfinals. Second-seeded Toronto FC versus 7th-seeded Nashville SC. As we know, Nashville SC got through their wild card matchup with Inter Miami 3-0 with 3 beautiful goals. Mind you, a penalty and 2 other beautiful goals. Mind you, Miami didn't play well. And here we are. Toronto FC have lost 3 of their last 4, but that is very much indebted to injuries in the team. Speaking of those injuries, Pablo Piatti and Richie Laryea and Jonathan Osorio will be fit to play and available tomorrow night. Justin Morrow and Marky Delgado are very close, but they may not be available. But if they are, it's probably off the bench. But honestly, those are the 2 we could get away with. Laryea and Piatti are 2 of our best players pushing forward possession, and that's definitely what we're going to need against Nashville SC. And Osorio is amazing in the midfield, but even then, I think even if he didn't play, we could get away with Priso, but Osorio will probably be playing, so that's good there. We need Laryea and Piatti to push forward possession, to hold the ball, to make good crosses in, make good runs in, to beat the low block that Nashville is going to put out, because I guarantee you about this match, we're not going to let Nashville come to us and overflow the midfield, take the open spaces in the midfield like they did against Miami. No, we're going to go to them. We're going to hold possession. We're going to go forward. We're going to play offensively and make them play defensively like they normally do with their 90s style English football tactics coached by Gary Smith. We're not going to let them get 3 goals. We're not going to let them get the chances to go forward like that. No, we're going to press them and keep them back. Probably that's the way this game's going to go. That's how we're going to play this game. And even then, I still think Toronto is going to score 2 to 3 goals. Maybe 4. They're not going to just score 1 and hope they scrape through. No. Toronto will catch Nashville napping at times. You can't just keep pushing them for 75 out of 90 minutes and they're going to be perfect every time. Especially with Pozuelo, Akinola. Josie is fit still. He could play. Josie, Akinola. This is a game where if Josie Altidore still has quality and still could score while he's clutch, he's still clutch. That has been proven. He has scored against Columbus when we came back on them, and he scored against Montreal to seal us that Voyageurs Cup spot that, well, may not even be played, and they'll just give us the spot for the winner for CONCACAF if Forge beats Arcahide next Tuesday. We don't know yet. It's possible. That has been a rumor, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Toronto-Nashville. Josie. He's still clutch. That has been proven. He still has the clutch gene. This is the game where he proves if he still has it in the playoffs. If he could score a header, if he could score a close goal, this is the game to do it. Somebody's going to lose Josie Altidore. Even if the shot is good, I won't be mad. This is a game where he could prove that he still's got it. Still really has it. We'll see. But I'm telling you, Josie, Akinola, Pozuelo, Piatti, Laryea. Maybe Gallagher makes an offensive play. I think he has the talent to possibly do that. The way he's been playing more recently is more defensive. That's the way he's been put into games. But we'll see. Or it could be Alro starting. Who knows? Well, probably it would be Alro, actually. Alro and Laryea. We'll see. But could be Gallagher starting, then Laryea as a super sub. They could pull that. We'll see. I don't think that would be so bad, but I think Laryea starting would be better. Last year was the super sub thing. This year, start him. Like, this time, start him. Now, if a super sub looks better over the tactics when you look at the game, specifically, great. But not this game. This game, you want to run down the gut. You want to run down their throat. Just keep punching them. Just keep throwing punches, figuratively, not literally, because this isn't hockey, this isn't boxing. Literally, figuratively. Like, keep throwing plays, keep crossing balls into the box, because you're going to need that. I don't like it. I'd rather you be more direct. I'd rather them be more direct, but in a game like this, you kind of have to throw crosses into the box. You have to throw in centering passes. You can't just go straight in. They're going to have, like, almost everybody. The way I see this game going with Nashville, everybody's healthy for them. We're going to see probably nearly the same lineup we saw on Friday for their wild card game. Even Godoy is still healthy. They're going to put almost everybody in the box. We're going to have to be ready for that. The way I see this game going down, I only see this going one of two ways. Or actually just one way. Well, one of two ways. We dominate, we keep the possession the whole game, and we win by like 3-1, 4-1, 3-0, something like that. Or we lose 2-1 on some two horrible counterattacks we gave up, but we still do all the other things that we would have done in the first scenario. So, I don't think the second scenario is going to happen, but there's pretty much the alike portion, except we lose or win. But we're probably going to win. We really will. I don't see how we lose. Now, the game could be depressing in the way that we don't beat them decisively. We scrape through with a 1-0 or a very scrappy 2-0. That could be possible. That could be possible. But if we keep the possession, if we keep it in our offensive zone, keep pushing forward, we could win 3-0, 4-1. I don't see anything else. We should dominate these guys. This is pretty much obvious. This should be easy. This should be clear. This should be a win. We should be going to the Eastern Conference semifinals against Columbus. That is not a question. The question is, how does it look? The question is, 90%, the question is how does it look? Does it look dominating or does it look scrappy? If it looks scrappy, even with our healthy players, be scared going into the Eastern Conference semifinal. If it looks dominating, we're going all the way. And I'm not saying that because I'm trying to be extreme, but that's serious. A team who dominates Nashville, Columbus didn't really look good against New York Red Bulls. They didn't look great. Their defense wasn't great. At Rentschler Field, we're probably going to beat them again, even if we are scrappy winners of this game. But I'd be a lot scared going into Sunday, the 29th, into the next game, if we win scrappily, even though we'll probably beat Columbus anyway, with the way they played against the Red Bulls. It's going to look a lot more even if we win this Nashville game scrappily. But if we dominate them, slap them around like they're a playground, like we're a playground bully, Columbus doesn't have a chance in hell. And I know people going into the playoffs were like, oh, Toronto limped in. Columbus has a chance. Do you not remember the last time we played them at Rentschler Field? They didn't even have their injury crisis yet. We sent them in a tailspin. And we're going to have our players back, the same players who pulled that comeback off. I don't think that, unless Nashville just goes and hacks at us, that could also suck. But Columbus, people are overrating them. And you saw what happened against the Red Bulls. They weren't great. If they weren't at home, they could have lost. Caden Clark was pretty good against them. They gave up that late goal, and they almost gave up another. They weren't great. Their defense was trash. I'm just saying that we win this game, we should be going to the Eastern Conference Finals. We should be. It would take a miracle, or not a miracle, but like a disappointment to not go to the Eastern Conference Finals. There ain't going to be no upset here. The upsets in tomorrow's games are either going to be Seattle, LAFC. LAFC finds a way to win without Rolsey. or New England finally beats Philly. Tomorrow, the first game Toronto's going through. There's no upset. I'm sorry, Nashville fans. You played well against Miami. They let you play well. We're not going to let you play well. We're going to keep on pressing y'all. Keep on putting pressure on y'all. It's not going to happen. 90 to 10. 90% chance to 10. It's very slim. I'm sorry. We have our players back. We're going to press you. We're going to put pressure on y'all. You're going to have to stay back for most of the match. I don't think Mavinga and Gonzalez are going to make the mistakes to allow there to be enough goals for them in regular time, or if there's extra time, to let them go through. I don't see where we lose this game. I'm sorry. I don't see it. So, with that said, there's your preview. If you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Only one piece of content tomorrow for y'all. A Toronto FC versus Nashville SC review. And I would have done a live stream for LAFC Seattle if Sons of a Pitch Soccer were not doing a live stream, but they are. So check their stream out for Seattle LAFC if you're still up. I know it's a Tuesday, but I'll be up. I'll be in their comments for it, but, you know, check that out. Sons of a Pitch Soccer. I've been on their live streams before, of course. Comments and on their stream before. So check that out. So they have a stream. I have a RSR. Nothing for Philly, New England. We'll see how that goes. So, I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. Let's get the red Christmas we want and deserve. Let's go.